Okay, so today I'm going to talk about the extracurricular section of your resume. So in this section, you're going to include all of your mastery ECs and any outside activities you've been involved in for high school, so 9th and 10th grade year and the summers. When you put these on your resumes, again, we're going to start with your most present activities, so what you're working in now, and move backwards to the past. So some things that can go on in this section are mastery sports teams, outside sports teams like AAU teams or teams through your church or PAL leagues, anything with your church, like if you're in the church choir or worship group, any school clubs like the anime club, double dutch club, whatever you're involved in, and then any kind of outside program. So some of you guys are doing STEM, Temple, Upward Bound, the WHYY film program. So any outside programs that you regularly go to as well will be included in this section. When we are formatting this section in our resume, it's very similar to our work section. Okay, so we're going to have the name of the activity, the city and state, and the date, as well as one-liners. So the name of the activity is going to be bold, and then the dates are going to be as far right as possible, just like before. Now, if we notice here, not every activity has a title. You're only going to include a title if you hold a leadership role at that activity. So for the cheerleading team, this person was a captain, and then for student government, they were the president and the 10th grade class representative. So just to go into a little more detail about those leadership roles, so when you have a leadership role, you will only do this again when you have a leadership role. You're going to split the activity into two sections. You're going to have the leadership role section and then the member section. So for example, for Mastery Cheerleading Team, she has captain, her date she was captain, and then her one-liner is about being captain. And then member, the date she was a member, and then her one-liner is about being a member. Same thing for student government. She has president, the year she was president, one-liners, and then class rep, what she did as a class rep, and then one-liners. For Baptist Worship Group, this is not necessary to have a title or anything or put member because they don't have a leadership position there. So she'll just go right into their one-liners. And just to review what we want to make sure we're remembering with our one-liners, they always start with an action verb. Okay, so cultivate, facilitate, attend, action verbs. You never want to use the same action verb in a row. So you want to try to make sure you're finding creative ways and different ways to say things. And you want to make sure the tenses of your action verbs line up with their date. So again, if you're presently working or involved in that activity, it should be present tense. If it's in the past, it should be past tense. Also remember your one-liners are not complete sentences, so you shouldn't have any periods at the end, and you should have at least 2 for each activity. Okay, so in a minute, I'm going to post another video on how to actually edit this section in your resume.